Kia ora, my name is Thomas Tawhiri. I am from Ngāti Rua and Ngāti Muriwai Hapu and a descendant of Tū Tāmore and Muriwai. The main purpose of this presentation is to inform, educate and update our Whakatohea whānau on the latest developments with the Whakatohea Treaty Settlement. We will cover the following in this presentation. Who is Ake Whakatohea? What is our vision, our values, our structure, our work plan and activities completed to date. We will give a historical perspective on ancestry, whenua, settlement boundaries and raupatu, outline the pre-settlement options and inform on the mandate process, recommend the fairest and preferred pre-settlement option for Ake Whakatohea moving forward with the mandate in the future. This slide is in two parts. I will give the first part of the presentation and my whanaunga Deni Pāruru will present the pre-settlement options and mandate information in the second part. Our hope is that this presentation and PowerPoint will show and give more clarity on the treaty claims process. Who are Ake Whakatohea? After some years and a lack of leadership and progress in Raupatu, in 2010, 4 hapu came together with a desire to see movement with the Raupatu. These initial hapu were Ngāti Ira, Ngāti Ngahere, Ngāti Rua and Ngāti Patu. They requested to meet with the Whakatohea Māori Trust Board and asked if the Trust Board would assist in our settlement progression. The Trust Board agreed and worked with the collective to develop a facilitation document that was approved by the Board in 2011. The Trust Board then moved to formalise this relationship further by moving a motion that it would take a leadership role and work to achieve a comprehensive mandate process with the collective in August of 2012. It is from here that the Ake Whakatohea Collective was formed. Ake Whakatohea Vision. The vision of Ake is encapsulated in the following statement. Stand up, stand proud and rise up as a united Whakatohea. Our dream is for a united iwi. We believe Whakatohea can stand as one people and one voice to seek answers for the injustices endured during the time of Raupatu and the effect it has had on our people right to the present day. We are reminded in a well-known whakatauki proverb that perseverance is a virtue of old. Whaia te iti kahurangi kia tuohu koe mehe maunga teitei. Seek that which is most precious, the kahurangi. If you should bow, let it be to a lofty mountain. Ake is inclusive and welcomes all uri, whānau and hapu who are Whakatohea. Ake Whakatohea purpose. The purpose of Ake Whakatohea is very simple, te mana motuhake o Whakatohea. What does this mean? It means we must strive to seek better outcomes for our people, to be the architects of our own destiny that will benefit all Whakatohea for greater prosperity and well-being of our people. We dream of a better and a more prosperous future for our children and our mokopuna. Whakatohea ancestry. He uri au no ngā tipuna. I descend from many illustrious ancestors. As Whakatohea, we are a diverse mix of ancestry and bloodlines. Our ancestral roots run deep in the land from the arrival of the first waka to the footprints left by the generations of ancestors that followed. Ake surmises that it is important in the context of our treaty settlement that we acknowledge all of our ancestral links and connections to the Eastern Bay. We believe that this approach is inclusive of all Whakatohea uri. However, the formation of Whakatohea came through 2 waka and 2 tipuna that stand out in the oral narratives of Whakatohea. Nukutere e Mātātua, Tū Tāmore and Muriwai. We then can triangulate the following perspectives. Tipuna, common ancestry. The key ancestors and bloodlines we descend from in whakapapa. Tohu whenua, time and place of settlement. The land settled by our tipuna for a sustained period of time left a genetic imprint or memory imbued in the essence of the land, of the names, genealogy and stories related to who our ancestors were and where they came from. The stories that are connected to these lands remind us of the people who once occupied the lands and held mana whenua over them. Rohe whenua, traditional boundaries of Whakatohea. It is said in the following, kei te hohonu nā pakiako te rākau e kore e taia te huti huti. The roots of a tree run deep into the ground and are difficult indeed to uproot. This is likened to the boundaries set by our tipuna, put in place so our people could exercise their mana and authority over the land, sea and waterways and the resources that nourish and sustain generations of whakatohea to the present day. The following is a very brief summary of the key points in history. On the eastern boundary from Tarangi, where the Nukutere waka landed around 1250 AD, our ancestor Tauturangi disembarked to form one of the original inhabitants of the area, the Te Wakanui people. These were the ancestors of Tūtāmore and his people, the Panenehu. It is said that Tūtāmore's influence extended to the Motu. However, it is evidence that the eastern and southeastern boundary were established during the time of Tūtāmore and the Panenehu people. The Ngaitu people are descendants of Tāroa and settled much of the southern, central and northern regions of Whakatohea, including the current Opotiki township. A number of hapu descend from Ngaitu, namely Ngāti Ngahere, Ngāti Patu and Ngāi Tamahaua. Amongst some of the well-known descendants of Tāroa were Tamako Mutumutu, Hauotarangi, Ruamoko and Tahu. On the western boundary, after the arrival of the Mātātua Waka, approximately 8 generations after Nukutere, our ancestor Muriwai disembarked and stayed in her cave below Kohi Point in Whakatāne. An area made famous because of her strength in saving the Mātātua Waka from floating out to sea, where her quote, "Kia whakatāne au ia hau," is part of the Mātātua legend. We also see through her travels and the influence of her children and the emergence of important bloodlines connecting Mātātua. Her eldest son Repanga married Ngāpau Pereta, toro of Ranginui a te Kohu of the Rangi Mātoru Waka from Ohiwa. And their son Tuamutu had a union with the Ani Waho, the daughter of Tairongo, a descendant of Hape. The only daughter of Muriwai, Hene Kauia, had a union with Tūtāmore, chief of Te Panenehu, and from Muriwai's other son, Rangi Kurukuru, descends the hapu of Ngāti Ira, with links to other Whakatohea hapu, Ngāti Ngahere and Naitama. However, Muriwai is more famously known because of her tenacity and stubbornness, where Whakatohea derives its name. Her influence is further reinforced through an incident involving the drowning of her two sons, Tane Whirinaki and Kōau, where the saying "mai ngā kuria whare ki tihiro" originates. This in reference to the tapu placed on the area because of the drowning in respect to Muriwai herself. We will now explore the traditional boundaries and evidence given by Te Hoira Horokai in Heremia Hoira in the Māori Land Court at Opotiki on the 14th of July 1920. The following describes the traditional geographical boundaries of Whakatohea. I whakatakato he ake e Hoira Horokai rāua ko Heremia Hoira nā rohe whenua tawhito o te Whakatohea i te tekau mā whā o ngā rā, i te marama o Hongongoi, i te tau ko tahi mano iwa rau, rua tekau. I kororo he ake i roto i te kōti Māori i Opotiki. Ko Hoira Horokai he uri whakaheke no Ngāti Ngahere me upoko rehe, ko Heremia Hoira he uri whakaheke no Ngāti Rua. Ka timota mai au i te pūwaha o Pākihi, ki runga i te ākau ki te awa o Waiotahe, ki te whanga o Ohiwa, ki te poke o te horo. Ka huri tua whenua ki te tonga ki puhi kōkō, ā, ka haere tika tonu rā ki poke more more, ki te rohe whenua o mā pauriki he pātu watawata i ona mata. Ka heke anō ki te awa o Waimana ko tōna pū ki tautautahi ki ngā parenga o te awa o Pārau, ki te poke o tangata e roha, ka haere tonu rā ki Kaharua, he nohonga tawhito. Mai Kaharua ki te hiwi o Pāharakeke, he arataki anō rā ki te ranga kapua. Haere ki maunga tāpere, ka whakawhiti ki te awa o te motu, ki te wairere o Kaitaura, ki te tokanui o Peke Tutu. Piki whakarunga ka eke ki te hiwi o Whakarāronga, ka piki ki te taumata o Tipi o Haumie, ki te poke o Makomako. Whakawhiti ki te awa o Takapūtahi, ki te maunga o Naupoko Tangata, ngā hiwi o Kamakama, ki te taumata o Oroi. Ka huri anō nei ki te moana ki te whakateraki, ki te tauranga waka o te rangi. Ka huri ki tai hau āuru, ki te pūwaha o ōpape, ki awahau, ki tirohanga, ka whakatau anō ki Pākihi, ki te wāhi e timata mai ie. Raupatu, te rau o te patu, meaning the blade of a weapon. In traditional times, the use of such weapons meant an iwi defined their boundary and defended against other tribes encroaching in their territory. However, in the context of the Crown, it is used to describe confiscation. Why are we pursuing a treaty claim? The Crown and its military forces illegally invaded the sovereign lands of Whakatohea and through excessive force confiscated large tracts of lands for crimes incited by persons outside of Whakatohea in 1865. The outcome of the invasion caused significant loss of life, the destruction of our lands, as our people tried in vain to protect their possessions and taonga. The subsequent effect of raupatu involved years of hardship and poverty right to the present day. The displacement of our hapu from their home territories and resettlement onto the Ōpape reservation created by the Crown. The pillage, burning and destruction of our economic base and our independence in reward to the soldiers of the Crown who were gifted much more fertile lands around Opotiki, which once belonged to Whakatohea. Te Ara Tono document. Tuake is following the Te Ara Tono document written specifically for Whakatohea Treaty Settlement process. There are 3 stages identified. Stage 1 has 5 steps. Stage 2 has 4 steps. Stage 3 has 3 steps. Within Stage 1, preparation for mandate, Tuake has completed the following. Updated the tribal register, has completed a draft mandate, has a strategy plan with policies, new entity structure, and a draft trust deed. The structure of Tuake Collective. All hapu are welcome at the Tuake Whakatohea Collective hapu table that meet weekly and form the collective group. We have a chairperson, a deputy chairperson, and a secretary. The chairman from the trust board also sits as part of the Tuake Whakatohea committee. There are 2 committees that support the wider Tuake activities of the collective hapu. The pre-settlement group with its own chairperson are working on the trust deed policies and strategy. The second committee is the tikanga and research group that are tasked with looking at the whakapapa and history of Whakatohea, and through the hapu members that attend the Tuake meetings, reports are given to our taumata kaumātua, the trust board and respective hapu on a regular basis. Finally, to conclude this part of the presentation, Tuake has given this presentation to our people living around the motu. We are excited by the positive feedback we have received from our whānau and have recorded these presentations and received written feedback from every person that attended these hui. We have also met with other parties such as the Working Party, Ngāti Muriwai, Te Pune Kōkiri, Tūhoi and Ngaitai. Nā reira, kua mutu ake tēnei wahanga I konei, tēnā koutou, kia ora tātou katoa.
Kia ora, ko māki o te maunga, ko waiawa te awa. Ko Ngāti Rua me Ngāti Patu ngā hapu, ko Omaramutu me waiawa ngā marae. Ko te whakatohea te iwi, ko Nukutere me mātātua ngā waka, ko Danny Paruru tōku ingoa, tēnā koutou katoa. My name is Danny Paruru and I am the second speaker of this presentation. Thomas has discussed the subcommittees associated with the Tuake Whakatohea Collective. I will talk briefly about the second committee, which concentrates on the pre-settlement trust. Whakatohea maurua is a unique whakatohea weaving pattern using 2 strands. Tuake Whakatohea encourages the unity and connection between ngā uri katoa, the descendants of Whakatohea, to be woven together as one. As we move through the second half of the presentation, we will look at the options moving forward for settlement and touch on the mahi undertaken by the iwi in the past 4 years. The Pre-Settlement Entity Subcommittee looks at the detail to establish a trust to take the iwi through negotiations. As such, They have been drafting a trust deed for the pre-settlement entity and aligning current iwi strategies as determined by the Whakatohea people. This subcommittee has also aligned the vision of the Trust Board with that of the collective. It is also important to develop policies for negotiations and the pre-settlement structure that will include, amongst other things, finance, human resources, communications, and the updating of the tribal database. At the top is a claimant committee made up of uri, whānau, hapu, and other claimants. They will oversee and advise the trust, where the elected trustees will sit. The trustees then have responsibility for the negotiators, who will negotiate directly with the Crown. In the past 4 years, the Trust Board has conducted a wellbeing survey and developed a 50-year strategic plan for the iwi as a result. 750 Whakatohea uri participated in the survey that has now become the foundation for strategic planning for Whakatohea. In 2012, Thomas Tawhiri and his team completed an education strategy focusing specifically on education for the next 50 years, and Whakatohea has integrated its strategies into 6 key themes. The concepts of manaakitanga and hauora represent the social and health services and the long-term outcomes as mā te whanaungatanga he tangata ko tahi tātou. Through relationships, we are one people. Whānau ora, hapu ora, ka ora ai te iwi. If your whānau and extended whānau are well, then so should the iwi be. Whairawa refers to the concept of economic development. Mā te whairawa ka pō wai te mana o Whakatohea. Through hard work and determination, the iwi will prosper. Education. Ko te mātauranga te waka e kawe nei ngā wawata. Education is the vehicle that will carry forward our aspirations. Toiora, environment. Te tino rangatiratanga o a tātou whenua, o a tātou moana, awa me o tātou taonga katoa. To determine and care for our land, sea, rivers and all of our belongings. And central to the strategies is whakatoheatanga. Kia pūmau ki tō tātou whakatoheatanga. Hold strong to all that is Whakatohea, our culture, tikanga, reo and history. These are the 6 strategies that will carry forward the aspirations of the iwi into the next 50 years. In this next section, we will look at the options for mandate and representation for pre-settlements. Please take note of the options available to you, of which you will have the opportunity to vote on. Ake Whakatohea Collective acknowledges the Crown's processes to progress negotiations. The Crown recognised Whakatohea as the large natural group, meaning the larger portion of an iwi that it will negotiate with. The Crown would not negotiate with small individual trusts or groupings. The Crown wants Whakatohea to move forward, and the Crown will only acknowledge one mandate for Whakatohea. For clarity, this slide will help you understand what mandate means. The mandate states who our tipuna are, as described earlier by Thomas. It also defines who the claims are on behalf of, in this case the Whakatohea iwi. As mentioned earlier, it outlines where these claims are located and what claims are to be settled. Mandate also states who has the authority to represent you in negotiations with the Crown, and it also describes how the mandate was obtained. Ake Whakatohea states that they will hold a hui to allow you to vote for the mandated group. Throughout the whole process, it is assessed by the Office of Treaty Settlements and Te Puni Kokiri. How many claims are there in the Whakatohea area? We know of 15 currently, but there may be more. These claims are on behalf of whānau, hapu and the iwi. You may have heard of the iwi claim, which is Y87. The Ake Whakatohea Collective of hapu have combined their 5 claims together to move forward. What does mandate mean for Ake Whakatohea Collective? First, it is based on our whakapapa to all hapu of Whakatohea. As a concept, the collective has provided this statement to help you understand some of the terminology in this presentation. As iwi, we are one. As hapu, we have our identity. As whānau, we have the right to kōrero. As uri, we have the right to vote. The collective reiterates that we all have the opportunity to vote for major considerations during the process, and we can associate to all of our hapu connections throughout whakatohea. What does mandate representation mean? It asks for your agreement for an organisation that represents whakatohea to be given authority to negotiate a settlement package for our historical claims. It also asks whether you agree that the people who comprise that organisation to represent you have the right skills, knowledge, and ability to successfully negotiate with the Crown. It also asks that decisions made will be transparent, accountable, and inclusive. In other words, there is nothing to hide from its own people. And importantly, this mandate will only exist during the negotiation phase. The collective also states that an election process by postal ballot, including the choice of online voting, is the fairest method. Ake Whakatohea has analysed a number of mandate representation models, including the marae representation, the percentage of hapu representation, hapu membership representation, and also the iwi membership representation, also known as the whakapapa model. The collective's preferred and recommended option is iwi membership representation. A snapshot of the analysis of these models is as follows. The first model considers representation based around our marae, where elected members represent each of the 8 marae within whakatohea. Our marae are significant to all of us, and it is a central location for maintaining and sustaining our whakatoheatanga. If we allocated 3 members per marae, we would have a total of 24 members elected to a trust. We could have less members per marae that may make the number of trustees more manageable. The challenge with this model is that it forces uri to choose one marae to be represented by, and many of us have affiliations to more than one. The second model is based on the percentage of iwi members who affiliate to each hapu based on the current tribal register. In this example, we have 1 representative for every 5%. This may be the fairest proportional distribution of representation, given some hapu have more registered with them than others. Many of us may disagree that a hapu has 6 members, while others only have 2. The third model considers the hapu membership representation and is reflective of the current structure of the Whakatohea Māori Trust Board. There are 2 representatives from each of the 6 hapu within Whakatohea, giving a total of 12 representatives. This way, each hapu is equally represented, and there is a fair number of members. One disadvantage is that it may not currently represent all hapu. Another is that in this current model, you can only register to vote for one of your hapu, and not to all that you may have whakapapa to. The recommended option is the iwi membership representation model. This model of representation is based on the whakapapa and acknowledges all of the hapu affiliations to whakatohea. It acknowledges all of the whakatohea hapu and others that may not be represented currently under the Trust Board model. It acknowledges all claimants and acknowledges ngā uri and whānau of whakatohea. In this model, there are 7 members elected to the Trust. Members are elected to represent the interest of all of whakatohea. Nominees acknowledge all of their hapu affiliations, and the iwi vote for those members with the best skills, knowledge, and abilities to do the job. The elected members will therefore sit within the Trust as shown in this diagram, and be responsible for leading whakatohea through negotiations. This recommendation is made because Ake Whakatohea feels it is the fairest option as it recognises all of your marae and hapu affiliations. It also gives you the opportunity to elect members with the best skills who will look after the whānau, marae, hapu and iwi interests. It is a simple, short-term entity with the main task of taking the iwi through negotiations. So what now? We're asking you to update your contact details on the tribal database so we can keep you informed. 90% of whakatohea uri live away from home, so we need your details to keep in touch. We are also asking you to consider the information provided and be available to vote on recommendations. Te Ake Whakatohea Collective will come back to you to ask you to vote. So please contact the Whakatohea Māori Trust Board to update your registration information. And that concludes our presentation. Finally, we remind everyone that it is now time to stand up and be counted, and that the treaty settlement process gives Whakatohea the chance for mana motu hake. It is for Whakatohea by Whakatohea. Nō reira, engarau rangatira mā o te Whakatohea, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.